Hey, if you're trying to find us right now, we're going fishing because we're hanging out at Moving Water Outfitters, and we're excited to introduce everything they are doing here in the town of Zionsville in this rendition of
Our Town.
We are here with the owner of Moving Water Outfitters. This is Mike Exel. Mike, thank you very much for meeting with us.
Oh.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for the opportunity.
We have done a lot of our towns over this time, but I would say that this is probably the most scenic one that we've shot so far. This is pretty amazing.
It's beautiful.
Here.
It's pretty beautiful out here.
Yeah, you have a tough job. Just a real tough job hanging out here.
Your office is just tough.
Yes. My wife reminds me it all the time. It's like, you take people fishing for a living. Yeah, someone's got to do it though.
So for those that maybe don't know, Moving Water Outfitters kind of has a couple different hats that you guys wear, probably a lot of hats. For those that are maybe new to your business, what is Moving Water Outfitters?
So we're a full-service fly shop and a full-service fishing kayak dealer. So, you know, we do travel, we do guide service, fly tying, we teach lessons, both fly tying and then also introduction to fly fishing, and then we have the fishing kayak side, so allowing people to get on all the lakes and rivers around here and go out and have fun.
So right now, currently, we're in Eagle Creek, all right? But you guys will go anywhere, and we're not just talking about like local to Indianapolis. Like you were telling us, you're in multiple countries at this point.
Oh yeah. So it's amazing where fishing will take you. So like just over the past year, we've done a trip to Christmas Island, which is 3 hours by plane south of Hawaii. We've got a trip going to Alaska. We go up to Wisconsin's Chase Muskie. We go to the Bahamas, we go to Mexico, and then every January we do a trip down to Chile to change trout down there. So it's one of the things where you get to experience a lot of what the world has to offer just because of the avenue of fishing.
Let's talk a little bit about all of the ways you can help people learn about fly fishing or excel their fly fishing game if they already are pretty good at this, but all the different services that you have in a little bit more depth.
So I guess starting out, someone's interested in fly fishing, fly fishing is very intimidating. You start looking at it and there's got a lot like, okay, that's for people of wealth and everything. It really isn't. It's for anyone that enjoys the outdoors. So as far as entry level, we put on free one-on-one classes. We have those on Tuesday evenings and some Saturdays. We list them on our social media and then our website when we do that. So about 2 hours long, sort of a breakdown of the equipment and introduction to just basic casting. So it's sort of, hey, I'm interested, but don't want to make the full commitment as far as gear, or hey, I really don't want to pay a fee for stuff. That's the way to get started. So, the biggest thing with our store is all of us are welcoming. I mean, it's the biggest thing I've found is you don't want this sort of, go into a place and it's like, all right, I'm already intimidated. And someone's just on the counter just eyeballing you the whole time. It's like, hey, this is fun. This is for everyone to go out and enjoy. So we're always welcome to answer any questions people have, because we have people like, all right, I want to get into it. I'm just going to buy a kit off Amazon for a little bit, try it out. Come in, hey, we'll help you with rigging, get that set up so you get on the water. Nice. If you've been doing it for a while, want to expand your skills, that's where our guide services really come into play. So we're actually spending time on the water actually fishing. So it's, hey, we're breaking down, why are we fishing to this area? What are the fish doing? So it's sort of a elevation to where, hey, I'm not fumbling, doing it on my own. I'm taking someone that has experience. Like myself, I've been guiding for almost 20 years. Wow. So been doing it a while here. And we got multiple guys on staff. I believe we have 5 guys currently on staff that take people out. So we can do that, and obviously if you're already an angler, our services are going to be, doing like more advanced casting with them, and like in the fly tying, that's the natural growth pattern. Like, hey, we can start branching out into more of the fly fishing opportunities.
What I didn't realize until recently was that fly fishing is not like, in Indiana, we don't have all the trout that everybody else around America seems to have. But you can fly fish any kind of fish, right?
Absolutely. So, being in Indiana, we're what we consider warm water based. So we're chasing panfish, smallmouth bass is the mainstay here in this part of the state, and then actually of all things, carp.
Yeah.
So, but, we do have some trout opportunities, but, common theme when people think about fly fishing, it's very trail centric. But if it swims, it's fair game.
What's really cool, I think, that we're finding out today are all of the cool locations we have here in Zionsville that he will take people to go fish and fly fish, like this river through Lions Park, and you know, you can go up to Turkey Foot and different places that we actually have right here that are gorgeous and just full of beautiful nature that you can spend your time, which is really cool. It's right here in our backyard.
Yeah, and you know, that's part of the reason I know we mentioned it earlier when we were in the shop, is why we worked with the Indiana DNR to get a permit to actually stock this creek with rainbow trout. So now that's the stocking that's done in the fall, typically in November, and the fish will stay in the creek system all the way till about, you know, right about, you know, 1st of June or so.
Okay.
And then unfortunately, I'll say water just gets too warm for them. So, but for the most part, it's a great avenue, and a lot of people are like, oh, we have this in our town?
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, it's an awesome
Right
resources. Zionsville Parks Department's done a fantastic job allowing people access. You can see we came down a trail that, you know, very easy to walk down and enter the water. And having all those multiple parks allows people to spread out, so not everyone's just right on top of each other.
Let's talk about the store itself. The store is like, what were you saying? It's like almost like a craft store on one side, where you can come in and I think you said you even teach them how to tie. What's the proper terminology?
Well, I mean fly tying. So
Fly
you know,
tying.
we teach them how to tie. So basically, you know, the arts and crafts side is where we have all the material to make said flies. So you can look at the bends that we have where we already have pre-made flies, which all flies are hand tied.
Yeah.
So you look at the bend like, all right, I like this, but I want a different color. But you can go back, pick out the material, and go home and tie your own fly. But you know, we do classes. Typically, we start them up in October because, you know, for the most part, yes, we do have the trout fishing, but a lot of people, they're warm water fishing. It's like, okay, hey, this is time where I'm gonna restock my boxes for, you know, next year, because it's just a lot of people, if it's summer, they're out fishing.
Yeah.
So that's why we do our classes in the fall and winter. It's just a great activity. Now, a lot of the guys at the shop, we tie year round.
Okay.
So it's just, and I would say a lot of people get into it just because it's fun. You get to create something yourself and go out there and catch a fish on something you created, and that's pretty special.
Yeah. So that's the arts and crafts side of
Yep.
the store. Then the other side of the store are some really incredible boats. We call them boats. I am such a novice. I'm sorry.
No. Boats is the correct term for most of them. So, you know, we specialize in fishing kayaks. You know, we're one of the largest dealers in the Midwest for a couple of the brands. And what we specialize in fishing kayaks that are comfortable, that actually can get you out on lakes or rivers. And a lot of the ones we carry, they're either pedal drive or they can be motorized.
Okay.
Or you can have just the standard, you know, hey, I just want to paddle downstream. But very stable, very comfortable seats. And this isn't like going into a Dick's Burn because like, hey, we have a fishing kayak where we've attached a rod holder into a sit inside.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of ours are sit on top, super stable, easy to stand in. And you know, you can fly fish off of them too. Or, you know, if you're not into fly fishing, you know, your standard conventional gear too. So it's just an awesome way to get out and spend time on the water.
Yeah.
All right, so obviously make sure you go meet with Mike, meet with his guides, meet with anybody in that store there. Check out the store. If you haven't been there, whether you're a fisherman or not, you definitely want to go check it out because it's incredible. It really is what you guys have put together. But of course, once you stop by, you need to come out here and do some casting. And if you guys are good with it, I think we should do some casting too. You good?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do some.
Great job, Megan. Excellent cast. Perfect, textbook. You can start teaching our classes. How's it going over there, Todd?
Ah.
Thanks again to Mike Exel with Moving Water Outfitters. It was a great day. You have to go check him out. And this was our town.
Mike!